Libra, how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 5th to the 11th of August, getting fully on into your autumn period, which is the last 3 months before your birthday, seeing what's been going on over the last year, what you want to be continuing, what you don't want to be continuing, what you want to start new, what you don't want to what you don't want to happen, putting goals in life basically for you. So yes, let's just see what's going on for you this week. Here you have the overall energies for this week. The karmic message on your relationship side, karmic message on your financial side, the influences from the universe, the greater energies that are around you, the coincidences and so forth upon your karmic path. And then your past self, anything you can learn from what's brought you to where you are today to help you to project into your future, which is this section here. That's your future self and how your future is willing you forward. And then the lessons out the top, the lessons that you can learn from this week, the interaction that you can have with the world that is around you. Okay, let's just see. I hope you have a lovely reading. Let's just see what's going on for you. It seems to be like the overall energy is you have 2 or 3 opportunities on your financial side here that you would like to develop. And it's almost as if you're taking all the energy out of your emotional side and you're putting it into your financial side. There is a big emotional thing going on, but it's flowing away from this side more into this. So I think there's a lot of stuff. Maybe you're not looking at your relationship side at the moment. Basically, that could well be it. King of Pentacles, yeah, it's all about knowledge, understanding, money, sitting in your power in regards to your financial way of being, getting on, doing plans, getting projects going, that sort of thing, really controlling your physical environment more than anything else. That's the inner energy that's coming out of you. Let's just see the karmic path on your relationship side. That's playing really into the past there. There is, I think this is the evaluation that you're going on through at the moment. As I say, it's the last 2 months before your birthday, and you're fully on into that. I think there's a lot of evaluation that needs to be coming to the surface. The universal energies is also playing into the past. There's obviously something in the past that needs to be dealt with. Your past self here that's where it's playing across. That's playing across, it's playing into that overall energies there with the King of Pentacles, but it does overflow into your financial side. In your future, and your future's playing into your future side, this is where your past and your future is really, you're putting a lot of eggs into this basket over here, into your financial side, more than anything else. And the lessons that should be learned from this week here is, if you don't want it like that, then how do you want it? In regards to your relationship side, and I think this is where you need, I think the evaluation needs to happen. 7 of Pentacles, nurturing something. So you're obviously nurturing maybe your financial sort of side, but it goes into the past. There's something that you might have been nurturing in the past that, maybe needs to be re-evaluated of what you're nurturing. And that also into the past as well. You had the 10 of Pentacles, a very beautiful card here. You've got everything, you had everything in the past, the abundance of it all, really, that you could, and it's the idea of nurturing that sort of thing, evaluating, where things worked, where things didn't work. So it helps you in the future to actually be in a really good, beautiful place. Temperance from your past, converting, umming and ahhing and a bit from your past about what you should be doing maybe in your future. And I think within your financial side, I think it's basically, there seems to be something that's holding you back on your relationship side that now is sort of like, it's put a lot of doubt in the past, and in order to clarify that doubt, you want clarity or vision or forward movement on your financial side. on your future, and this is what plays into the financial future as well, you get the Queen of Cups here. I think, yes, I think, happiness can be found in work. There is no doubt about it. And in the projects that you're doing, it makes you feel a lot more abundant about life and a lot more sort of secure about yourself, which is really good. And that security may help you to evaluate the past thing that needs to be, you need to nurture your approach in the way of relationships and so forth. And you need to realize how much you've learned, how much abundance you actually have within you. You've come a long, long way. There is no doubt about it. And you get the Queen of Pentacles out the top. I think these two cards here are just literally not even paying attention to what's going on in your relationship side. And this is really what your relationship side is all about. And obviously there is, what you get when you start nurturing your abundance. That's what I think it is. And I think there's a lot of security that comes into this with the Queen of Pentacles. For me, it's the Capricorn card. You've got the King of Pentacles there on the overall energies as well. I've just realized that, my words, and which is a Taurus card. But this is like something from the past that's, could well be a Capricorn that comes back into your life from a very, very long way, which would be really good for you, I think. It'll help you feel a lot more secure. It'll give you a lot more stability, more than anything else. No surprises, as it were. And that'll make you feel a lot more comfortable about relationships and stuff like that, because there is no surprises. It's pretty straightforward. So therefore you don't really have to concentrate on it and that sort of thing. It just seems like that there's something coming through from the past that is a lot more assuring. And I think you need to recognize what parts of you, what parts of you want to nurture going forward. And that will give you the abundance of what you want. On your financial side, let's just have a look what's going on there, shall we? There's a bit playing into the past here, but it is mainly playing into the universal connection to the world around you. It's obviously something that you've been developing already, but now you have to push the boundaries a little bit and start looking at opening those coincidences, the connection with other people, networking and so forth. And the universal energy here, it's playing across all the board. Actually, it flows into each thing, but it's mainly flowing into the decisions that you make according to what you're doing this week, according to how you interact with the coincidences or the opportunities that arrive in your life. Your past self is flowing into, it's giving you a lot of solutions for your future, a lot of answers, a lot of direction for your future. And so I would be very attentive to what you've already done in the past. Could be the recent past of opening, learning something new, could be learning doing online workshops and so forth. So it sets you up in a whole new sort of workspace and so forth. In your future self plays into the King of Pentacles. And I think this is where your future self is looking for security, with financial security, stability, and that sort of thing. In the outcome, the lessons to be learned from this week here is not only knowing that you can do this, the lesson is I've got to do this. It's doing it. It's no longer procrastinating, no longer being slave to your inner doubts. It's just a case of going ahead and doing it more than anything else. So you got the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, this is working on something, working on finer details. As I said, it plays into the past, but also plays into the universal energies. And the universal energies, you get the Four of Wands. It's certainly sort of something to do with you either getting a new job or signing a contract with someone, or opening up a new part of a business or a project. It's opening something, it's starting something new, it's going into a whole new paradigm, and it is tied into how you interact with all of this going on around you. From your past, it's basically the Three of Swords. This has got nothing to do with necessarily emotional sort of relationship side. This is on your financial side. So it's basically any past things that caused you, that you had failures or didn't really get the success you so liked, and it caused you pain. That's going to help you to stop repeating the same problems in the future. And in the future, look at that, you have the Wheel of Fortune. It is within your grasp. I think you actually have a lot more control than you actually realize on your financial side. And it's really, really powerful. And you get the Justice card at the end. I think this is you. It's you being you and sitting in your power and almost wielding that sword of justice. You know, making that decisions and going ahead, having that justice is by sort of saying, now it's time to do. You know, it's like going on to a court case. It goes to a court case. There's all the arguments from one side and the other and everything like that. And then justice is done and things need to happen. And this is where I think it needs to happen for you as well. You're moving into something that is a lot more sort of balanced and in harmony with you, basically, going forward. But an absolutely beautiful reading, really. Very, very powerful. And as I said, I think it's more of a case where you're concentrating a lot more on your financial side rather than on your emotional side of life. And that's where I think you should start, really. So with the King of Pentacles, yeah, I think this is a leap of faith in believing in your knowledge and understanding and believing in the position of power that you can take, getting rid of those doubts that hold you back in the past, and believing in yourself and believing what can happen, basically. Let's go on to your financial. Let's go on to your relationship or your emotional side of life. 10 of Pentacles. You get the 4 of Pentacles. You have this abundance in the past, and I think the reason the abundance may not have come to the surface is because you were holding on to ideals that were old hat. That, you know, you were holding on to something that can't really happen. More than anything else, and now you're letting go of that, and it's not concerned with the outside world. It's your own personal beliefs here. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. It's how you restricted your own sort of possibilities of love. You know, it was the other way around, wasn't it? I just pulled these two. It's other way around. In fact, that should be with the 7 of Pentacles. Blimey, we'll take that back, actually. We'll take that back with the 4 of Pentacles. In that case here, sorry about that. Just realised that. Why didn't you tell me? I bet you were all screaming at the screen. You had the 7 of Pentacles in the in this here, where you're nurturing something from the past. So we'll go back to that. We've got the 4 of Pentacles to go along with it. And in that case, if it's the 7 of Pentacles, it changes the outcome here. It changes more of a sort of a case. This is why it didn't sort of sit right for me, but something in the past that you now know how to spend your emotions, your time, your effort, your energies into your relationships going forward. Being very clinical about how you apply yourself. And once you do that, that's when you get the 10 of Pentacles from the universe. You've got everything that is available to you. Absolutely available to you. And once you start going off on that direction, this is where you can really start sort of, sort of recognize the good quality work in your past and the good connections that you had with other people and how those good connections were repaid to you in the past. And this is bringing something really to the future. I'm now confused whether that was right or wrong. So you've got the both versions. Choose whichever one really suits to you. Now that's thrown me a little bit. Let's just see what's going on with the Temperance card, shall we? This doubt in the past. Yeah, I think you're getting over something in your past. This is where you're putting everything on hold, and you're pouring from your past. You're pouring into your financial side of life here. And it's sort of umming and ahhing, but more than anything else, I think healing is the most important thing for you at the moment. Yeah, with the Queen of Cups, this is where you get that good, vibrant energy rather than playing it within your emotional side of life. Just stick to relationships that are that you know where you're going with. That there's no surprises. What's that Radiohead song? No loves and no surprises. There is no laughs and there is no loves, is no surprises. It's being straightforward. And I think you're going to push that energy into your financial side. And that's what's going to help that Wheel of Fortune. It's going to really start progressing that financial side. And I think it's a really good thing for you to do, actually. Being really straight with yourself and going off in something that is a lot more sort of abundant for you. With the Queen of Pentacles, the assurance with yourself. Just try not to be, don't laden it too hard. If you try and take on too much out of this section here, if you try and take on too much, or if you try to ignore it too much, I think this is where you'll find it a little bit too heavy, and you may find difficult to find the solutions within your relationship side of life. But there is something from the past that is still weighing heavy upon your shoulders. And I would allow that just to flow through in your life and just be very patient with the outside world. Don't really get too hung up on it more than anything else. On your financial side, with the Eight of Pentacles, getting down, getting on and doing the work, death and rebirth. This is a whole new approach to your financial, your job, your business, or your project. It's basically getting on and doing, getting things over the line, which sometimes can be quite difficult for Librans because you've got a lot of air. You're obviously pure air. And you're very good at ideas, but converting those ideas into realities can sometimes be a little bit difficult for you. And I think this is a bit of a challenge that you're putting into yourself. With the Four of Wands, you get the Four of Wands. There is a big opportunity for you here. And this is a whole new dimension that you're going into, a whole new way of doing it. And I think it's believing in yourself and putting yourself first more than anything else on your financial world. It is going to provide for you a lot of results if you engage in this way. With the Three of Swords, this is in your past, you get Three of Swords, you get the Well card. I think you need to take everything. I don't think you need to discard the things that caused you, that were difficult, because maybe that's what you need to surmount, or get over, get past, understand, so it doesn't cause you pain in the future. I think with that Well card there, it's sort of saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, even if it's like, it's not exactly how you wanted it. And there may be sort of certain adjustments that you need to confront within yourself in order to get that Wheel of Fortune rocking and rolling. But you have justice. You have you. It's certainly you're driving towards something that is so much more harmonious for you. And as I said, I think you have a lot more control over the situation than you believe. And that's what that justice is all about. It's just a case of going and doing it and getting it there. And yeah, this justice brings you freedom. And I think it brings you freedom from that Three of Swords. It's a whole new dimension that you're going into, a whole new way of approaching your financial life, your material life. And with that new approach, I think it does breed a very harmonious future for you. And it's going to free you up enormously. Just don't overthink things. That's the thing here. Leap of faith, believing in that leap of faith, I think is really important. Within you on your financial side, as much as it will be on your relationship side. But there's something, as I say, in your relationship side, there's something in the past that needs to be dealt with in a very big way, and it's ignoring it. At the moment, this week here will probably be a good idea to ignore it, or to just allow something to come through from the past, which is very stable. No surprises and all of that, because then that'll stabilize your sort of emotions, as it were. But it's not something that you can ignore eternally. Eventually you will need to have a good look at it, and I think that's to do with the autumn period you are in the present of going through. Okay, there you go. Thank you very much for being with us. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Thank you very much for all the support you show this channel through the YouTube system. I hope you're enjoying all the energy videos that we're putting out there. It's lovely to see you there. In the meantime, all that's left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.